Hey guys, it's Nathan with Total Automotive. Listen, we need your guys' help. We need your help to help us advocate for a right to repair. Now, this is something that has been going on for a very, very long time. We should have mentioned this years ago, honestly. This is something that has been snowballing, and now it's really starting to take effect. We are already seeing some of the ripple effects of this right to repair, and I'm going to try the best I can to explain it so you can understand what it is. The nuts and bolts are this: automotive manufacturers always want you to bring their car back to their dealerships for repair. In their eyes, they're the only ones that should be touching your cars. They're the only ones that are properly trained, that know what they're doing. Ever how you want to phrase it, that's what they want to see happen. For years, the industry has been so, independent automotive repair facilities can repair your cars. In the early 90s, let's say mid 90s, the government stepped in for the automotive industry and stood in the way whenever they started translating over to and started using a lot of electronics and computers on the cars. Each manufacturer had their own special plug to where a repair facility could plug into that car's computer, read codes, look at data, and help repair the car, diagnose any issues that were going on with it. It became a little silly because you've got tons of different cars, hundreds maybe, with hundreds of different plugs. So your average repair facility could not make repairs on their cars. OBD2 came along, Onboard Diagnostics 2. The government stepped in and said, listen, we want to mandate this plug to where it's the same plug for every car. And that's when the OBD2 port came along. So that meant every scan tool had the same plug on it. So manufacturers of scan tools didn't have to have 45 different plugs, that you had to buy 45 different plugs or 45 different scan tools to work on each car. That was a great thing. This gone on since 1995, 96 is when that's happened. So here we are, 30 years later, the OEs have decided they're going to throw another wrench in the cogs. We are already having to purchase special equipment, subscriptions, PIN numbers, passcodes, just a ridiculous amount of side steps that we're having to take to plug into your car to diagnose it, to prevent you from having to go to the dealer, and quite frankly, for us to make a living. I mean, this is what we know, this is what we do. If the OEs had it their way, we would never even exist, which is a little ridiculous because at the moment, most of them are weeks, months out. They can't handle the work that they have now, and they want more. They want the independent repair facilities to not have access to your cars. So what they're having us do is purchase information from them. Now, we have been purchasing information from the OEs for years in many different ways. Labor times, we use estimating labor times, we have to pay for that. Scan tools, obviously, we buy that equipment as well. But we also have to buy separate subscriptions for different makes and models. We at Total Automotive try the best that we can to prevent passing those fees along to the customers. In my eyes, that's our responsibility. We have chosen this path as our career, same as our tools, okay? So we're not going to charge you more money because we have to buy specialized equipment for your vehicle. The problem is there is several 2021 and up. If we want to gain access to that car's ECU, let's say a certain subsystem, security, ADAS, air conditioning, maybe power seats, telematics, anything, we have to pay extra fee in addition to the software that we've already purchased and the equipment that we already had. They call it a gateway. Some of you will be able to decipher who's using that terminology, but we are having to pay extra money. And for now, at the moment, we're not passing those fees along to the customer. I'm going to fight that as long as I can, as long as it makes sense for us. I'm not going to do it it's like a restaurant. If they got to buy extra napkins, eventually they're going to pass it along to the customers, or if chips cost more. I understand that, and we will have to follow suit whenever that becomes so much of a burden that it doesn't make sense for us any longer. But I want you to know, me personally, at our shop, we're gonna do the best we can to not change any of our diagnostic fees or any of our procedures in terms of doing that. So we're gonna need your help in order to do that. We're gonna leave a link below. It's congress.gov, so you can reach out to the state representative and voice your concerns about right to repair. And what's going to happen is, again, if the OEs have it their way, they're going to make it to where the independent automotive repair industry can't either afford to do it or just shut us out completely. That doesn't just affect me in the way that I earn my living and my employees, but it's going to affect you too. Repair deserts are a real thing. This is something that I learned today. I've never even heard of that, but not everybody lives within 15 or 20 minutes of a GMC dealer or a Ram dealer, Ford dealer, Fiat, Chevrolet dealer. There are people that live hours away. Can you imagine if you own a Chevrolet and you're 4 hours away from a Chevy dealer, but there's four local shops down the road from your house and you can't get your vehicle repaired? That's what they are advocating for. That's what they want to see happen. So it's not just for us, it will be for the consumer as well. I will say this, while we are going to try to fight it as long as we can, there will be a certain point to where if we're having to buy extra information for every car that comes in every different subsystem, I think the reality is it will have to be passed along to the consumer. There's just no way that we can do that. We already don't work on certain vehicles because of that reason. Ferraris, obviously. We're not, we don't work on Maybachs. We don't work on Rolls Royces. We don't do that kind of repair here. I mean, we stick to what we know, and we stick to what we have the equipment for, and what we specialize in, what we're familiar with. Obviously, we're not going to turn into something like that. We don't have specialized equipment to work on certain things. In addition to this, I wanted to let you know they're changing the way that they're building cars, selling cars. In the future, you're going to see subscription-based amenities. Believe it or not, if you want your Honda Accord to have heated seats, power windows, and a sunroof, you're going to have to buy a subscription for Honda to unlock that subsystem in your car. BMW's already doing it. It's a real thing, and it seems ridiculous. My guess is, my mind goes straight to all these different submodels are going to build them all the same way, and if you want that, you're going to have to pay extra for it. And I bet you the price of the car doesn't go down either. We'll have to watch and see what happens there. But again, the right to repair is a real thing. It's an issue. We're hoping that we can, work together with some other shops, even say competitions, so to speak. When I went to SEMA last year, right to repair was there as well. There is a whole host of people that are involved with this, but the reality is, in terms of government, Congress, state representatives, local representatives are going to be our voice for that. And you're going to have to, help us get those concerns out there. The numbers are on our side. They really are. And I don't think that anybody in the government would see it their way. But we all know how that works too. While the numbers are on our side, unfortunately the dollars aren't. Let's face it, I mean, you're talking about fighting people like GM, Ford, Chrysler, Toyota, Honda. Those people together can generate an incredible amount of money. Let's just hope if the democratic process works the way that it's supposed to, money is not going to matter, okay? It's going to be the voices that need to be heard and people that advocate for the Right to Repair Act. So again, we wanted to, first of all, just put this knowledge out there. And let you know that there is a way for you to voice your concern, and your vote will matter. These are real numbers. These numbers will actually go in to your state representative and make them aware of it. These are what these people are supposed to be doing for us when they go to Congress and they talk about these issues. This is a hot one. This is going to be one that's going to be talked about. I can promise you that. If nothing else, the manufacturers are going to raise more concerns about it than we are, okay? But the thing is, we can't just sit idle by and let this take place without a fight, at least. This is something that might take years before it even becomes a real thing, before it really starts to trickle down and affect the economy, our livelihoods, your livelihood. But the reality is it's coming, and it's not going to turn around. The only way we're going to be able to turn around is if we can get your help and help us fight against it. So again, remember guys, like and subscribe, share our videos. We're going to do some more that might be a little lighthearted next time, maybe a little more fun, something in the shop. We wish we could do more of them. We enjoy them as much as most people enjoy watching them, but this is a serious issue that we wanted to bring to everybody's attention. We're going to put a link in the description for the website that you can go to and vote. Help us fight. Any ideas for videos, reach out to us. I mean, we would love to. Anything you got questions about, drop them in the comments below. We look forward to hearing from you guys.